Hey guys, it's Amanda here, back with another video. Alright, so for today, we're all comfy and cozy. I kind of want to get into how I do my brows. I do get a couple of questions asked about how I do them. I get lots of compliments on them, so I figured, let me help y'all out and let me share that with y'all, okay? And while I do that, I will show you what I am using for my brows. And today it's just brows only. As you can tell, nothing on them. Yes, we're going to do that. And I'll also do a little chit chat with you about 2019, my goals, manifestations, leaving 2018 behind and into 2019, little facts or whatever, just to talk about it, something to talk about, right? All right, so let's get started. Okay, so for my brows is the Morphe 155 brow brush. And I'm just gonna brush the hairs up. The way my hair goes, I just like to give them a little brush up. I'm then gonna go in with my Morphe B45 angled brush. And this is my favorite brush. Haven't used another one since. So for my brows, I'm using ColourPop, and it's the black and brown brow color. Looks like this. I'm kind of hitting pop. I got another one though. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dip right in it. Make sure some good color is on there. And then what I'll do is, make sure y'all can see, I start right at the base, or the bottom, I should say, of my brows. And what you want to do is you want to carve out, so we're going to make the shape before we start filling it in first. And I always start at the bottom because then you can see what it's looking like, and then we can move forward. So my brows, they stop relatively right here. So you have, like, if you take a brush or a stick or whatever and you put it here, like right here at your nose, this is kind of where your brows are supposed to start. So I got all this space right here to fill my brows in. And then how you can tell where your arch is, so kind of like around this area, you take and you cross, like it's almost like you gotta meet the middle of your eye or your pupil, and that's where your arch is, right there. And then you take the brush and you go right at the edge like this, and that's pretty much where your tail should end, right here. Okay, so bam, bam, bam. That'll help you for where you need to, or how you need to fill your brows in. So I made my line. What I'm going to do is just extend it a little bit more. Because like I told you, my brows start here, but they kind of need to come out here in order to look even. Okay? So then what I just make my line here. Okay? Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn the brush. So I'm going to turn it this way. So before we had it at a slant with the pointy part towards the left, I guess. We did that. Then I like to give my brows that realistic brow hair. So you take the brush with it pointing down and you just do like flick-like motions. And that'll give you the illusion of extra little brow hairs that you may not have. Or in general, if you have brows, it's always good to even still do this because it fills the sparse areas in. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So how is y'all's 2019 going so far? Mine is going fabulous. It is so great. I can't complain at all. I've set my intentions. I know whatever happened in 2018 is not what it is in 2019, good or bad. I'm going to take and evaluate the good and the bad and move on. You know what I'm saying? So now back to the brows. Again, I'm just giving little brush strokes like this and filling in all. I have a lot of sparse areas, as you can see. So I'm going to just fill that in. Fill it in just like that, and see how we're, so the difference between this one and then that one. It's looking like, okay, we're coming alive. We're moving, we're going. We got a brow. Okay. Okay, So yep, that's what I do. And then before I really start getting over here and forming my tail, what's called the tail, I like to then carve out the shape up top. Now with up top, it could be a little tricky, but that's why I'm here to help y'all. So what I do, I don't go in all the way, or if I do, I leave it really lightly and then just go a little heavier over here to make my arch. Why you want to leave here up top a little lighter? Because you don't want to get that box type shape of a brow. Okay? So I took a little more product. I'm going to just go right on the top and start making my arch. And then once I'm happy with what shape I got going, I'm going to take what's a little bit left on the brush and just go in with the rest and fill that in. Okay, and now I'm going to work on the tail. And while I do that, I did want to ask y'all, and feel free to comment below, did you guys, or do you have any goals for 2019? Did you have any goals in 2018 that didn't work out that you want to have maybe set for 2019? I'm very curious. I love stuff like that. I made a vision board last year. Didn't work out. But some things did, and not everything, has to work. But I didn't make a vision board this year. I'm kind of still thinking if I want to make a vision board or not. And for those of you who don't know what a vision board is where you put all your goals or manifestations or ideas on like a cardboard. It could be any type of board, like a painter's board. It could be whatever, the boards that you pin things to. It could be anything you want it to be. It could be a piece of paper, and what you do is you print out, you get pictures, you can use letters or numbers and spell it out. You can do or draw it out if you're, if you know how to draw, or if you don't know how to draw, just make little stick figures and stuff of your ideas and manifestations or goals that you have that you can see every day, or whenever you go to reach for it, you remind yourself this is what you want, and then you kind of just watch it unfold throughout the year. And then you can go back towards the end of the year and see if they came true or they worked out for you like you wanted them to. So that's a vision board. I guess the form of a vision board I did this year, I wrote my goals down, I spoke them into existence, and I also typed it. So then I now have it by my bedside on my table, and I see it every single night, and it reminds me of the things that I want to accomplish or that I want to happen. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm into that kind of stuff. Let me know down below if you're into that kind of stuff. That would be pretty cool. Enough of me rambling. Let's get back to these brows, okay? All right, so let's work on the tail. So what you want to do again is like brush strokes, but then you're working it down to create this tail. My tail, I have a pretty long tail. I tend to just cut off the hairs a little bit because it really goes like beyond. If you don't have a long tail, then it'll be good and set to, you know, form that tail for yourself and how you want it. Okay? So again, I just filled in that tail. So now we have a good looking brow. Okay? And then I see some little spaces that could be filled in. You just fill them in. And that's it. That's my brow. Alright? And I do one brow at a time. I do have, so the trick is, if you guys didn't know, I'm gonna let you know. So when you do your brow, or if you have like, you know, fuller brows anyway, it's always good to shape them up. And how we shape them up, not only what I just did, but you also can use concealer to shape them up. Now I have ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the color Medium Dark 32. You can use ColourPop. I also have LA Girl Pro Concealer in Pure Beige as well. You can use that. I mean, there's a million concealers out there. That's just what I have for today. With this applicator, I really like it. Makes it easy to apply concealer. And I'll do it with both so you guys can see how they work. I like LA Girl one too. So what you do is you follow the shape of the brow that you just created, or the brows you already have, girl. And you just go right along the shape. And this clears up any mistakes you did, or if you don't have any mistakes, it just makes it look like a sharper, cleaner brow. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. Looks like this, nice and fluffy. What I'm gonna do is just blend that out, just like that. See, it looks so neat, so put together. And especially for my girls who don't have a lot of brow hairs or brows out there, this is what's up. Like this is the game changer. This is what's gonna give you that nice frame to your face. Do you know that your brows frame your face? I feel like your brows are the most important thing on your face. If you don't have a lot of brows, or if you chillin', like I get you. But like if you want a makeup look going and you don't got your brows, like it just shapes everything. It just sets the tone for what's about to come, okay? Alright, so we did that. I think we look pretty good. So on to the next one. Again, I'm going to brush them through because they need a good brushing. Alright. Go back in again with my Morphe B45 angled brush, and into the ColourPop black and brown brow color. And I'm going to do like I just did with the other brow. I also wanted to give a little pep talk. I think anybody that I ran into or who I've talked to said that 2018 was the most challenging year for them. And if you had a good 2018, power to you. I am so glad and thankful that you did. I'm not going to say mine was the worst. Oh boy, there were so many challenges though. But like, what's life without some challenges? What's life trying to, you gotta go through a little something in order to grow into who you are as a person, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you don't go through stuff, you don't know how strong you are. And when you do go through things, you are stronger than ever. You made it through. You got this. So for 2019, I totally went in with, you know what? Yeah, I have goals and manifestations and aspirations, but you gotta live a little. You gotta go through life day by day, live in the moment, have goals and stuff like that, but really take in each day, each moment in the day, every second, every minute. And because like life, like you doing your routine thing, you doing your thing every single day, it could really just, like life could just go past you. You know what I'm saying? So it's really good to reflect each and every day. I personally meditate, and it really helps to just bring in what you did in your day, how you felt in your day, how you reflect, and then how you move forward to prepare for the next day. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say and give a word of advice. Whatever, if you didn't have a great 2018, that is okay. You know why? Every single day is a do-over. Every single moment is a do-over. Shoot. And you don't want to take what happened whenever, but specifically 2018 into 2019. Whatever happened with you in 2018 or whatever experiences you've gone through doesn't determine and doesn't, reflect who you are. It's just something that happened to you that made you stronger. You had to grow as a person, and now you're better than ever. Okay. That's my advice and words of wisdom to y'all. Let's get with the brow. Okay, so I'm gonna line my brow just like I did with the other one and just take it out a little further than where my actual brow starts. And just give it little brush-like strokes. Okay? And it's okay if you mess up. This is why we have concealer. Concealer is just like an eraser, I like to call it. It erases what you did that you didn't really intend on doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, see down here, I'm not perfect. I kind of went a little down more versus this one. But when we conceal, girl, you won't even know. All right, let's do this line. Go back in. And fill in these sparse areas, just like that. All right. And then like I did, we're gonna start making our arch. Like that. And then come down. I just curve it right on around. Right like that. We're looking pretty even. And nothing has to be perfect. They have to just look similar. They're not going to be like twins, identical twins. They're just sisters. They pretty much look alike. But you know what? One might be a little harder than the other. One might be, it's okay. We don't have to strive for perfection. We just gotta strive for brows, okay? All right. Filling in my tail like this. Let me turn so y'all can see what I'm doing. Right like that, okay? I think that looks pretty good. Let's fill in the front a little bit more. And we looking good. And I've been growing out my brows. I used to do them, obviously, years ago, so thin. And okay, so before I run my mouth again, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl concealer. And both concealers are pretty much the same color. What I like about the LA Girl Pro Concealer, High Definition Concealer in Pure Beige is the applicator. It's like a little brush. I love it, love it, love it. It makes it so easy to line underneath your brows or to apply it underneath your eye or to this spot right here or other little blemish spots. Okay, so I did. So you just press up a little bit. I do have a little bit on my brush. Let me see if this is enough. Yep. Yep. Well, it's enough. Oh man, it's just, I love this applicator. So good. Alright, I'm just gonna press up a little bit more and just follow and clean up this brow. I feel like you just have more control over your brows with this applicator. Right like that. Cool. I'll probably even put a little more. Yep. And what's good about putting concealer underneath the brows is that you can always drag it down onto the lid and it starts to cancel out any discoloration or just creating that perfect base for your eye lid as well. Good stuff. Alright, and there we go. I got brows. Oh, and like I was saying, I grew my brows out because I used to do them very thin years ago, and I was like, I mean, I want some brows though, so I had to let them grow in. I actually used coconut oil on my face, but mainly around my brow area, and believe it or not, I really think the coconut oil worked. It does help with hair growth, I believe, but I did use coconut oil for them, and I did notice that they grew in a bit more, so that's a good thing. But yes, so these are my brows. That's how I do them, and I hope y'all liked it. Let me know in the comments down below how you like these brows, how you like that I did them, and to give me some ideas if you have any going forward of what videos I could put out. I already got some ideas in my head, but I love y'all's opinion and what you got to tell me. So give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I will definitely be back with another video, okay? Everything will be linked or put down below so that you guys know what I used. And yeah, join me in for the next video. Bye! I love y'all!